everybody, how you doing? I'm Pabs, a Rycian VTuber and an artist, and today what we are going to be doing is we're going to be making some more music, but to begin with, I wanted to do a quick warm-up of the frankly insane fit that Fubuki has in the Holo GTA server. Like, the Doctor's Code plus the Japanese sandals are crazy work. Yeah, I put up a poll on Tumblr and Twitter for which we should do out of all of these, and like in total tally, right? Shading on Whip got 3 points, Pose Maniacs got 2 points, and Holo GTA got 3 points. So I made an executive decision to forego a coin flip and just go for the Holo GTA thing because it's also been on my mind. I did want to make a little bit of fan art for Holo GTA, but unfortunately, like the server has ended. Like that's already gone. Sadly, I don't know. I really like the Holo GTA server. I didn't know what to expect going into it because of the fact that I've never been particularly interested in GTA, and especially not role playing in GTA. But it was a lot of fun. I think it's mainly because like it was a lot more freeform, I want to say, than like the Minecraft thing. Like it felt a lot more like, I don't know. In the Minecraft one, it felt a lot more like everybody was trying to play a character, and so because that was the emphasis, it felt a little bit harder to get invested into some of the narratives. But for this one, for the GTA server, it felt way more like. Hang on, can I use the hard hands pose for would that work? I think we can make that work actually, hang on. Yeah, we can make that work. Although we might need to raise the arm a little bit more. And you bring it a little bit closer to okay, that's going through her skull, so that's probably not something she can do normally. Gonna make a far reach judgment and say that's probably not something she can do. But yeah, I don't know. I ended up enjoying the clips of the Hololive GTA server way more than the Minecraft one. Not to mention, I think because it was like a slightly bigger map and not everybody had objectives that they needed to fulfill in the same area, it was a lot less of like the problem that I had with the Minecraft server, which was everybody was talking at the exact same time and it was really noisy. But in both cases, they seem to have a lot of fun, so I'm glad that that happened. That being said, what are we going to do with this hand? Maybe we can like do it the other way around instead and have it be like this. Because the thing about what she does is that she always hits this pose with her hands behind her back. So I wanted to do something like her lifting up the fox mask that she has while doing that arms behind the back pose. Yeah, that seems like it. This is pretty much what I wanted in terms of the composition. I'm also probably going to make it very close up as a bust because I don't want to draw too much. I don't know as well. Like, I don't know to what extent I don't know. There's something about this outfit that I just really like. It's just a very simple but very iconic outfit because like you got the blue highlights through the stethoscope and the sandal straps, and you got like the big thing, which is the cartoon fox mask. I don't know. Wait, does she have no? She has normal ears too, right? I'm pretty sure she does. Hey, Bunny, how you doing? Thank you once again for the commission. It came out really well. I'm really happy with it. How you been? I'm going to need to try and not do my thing where I try to go perfectionist on some of this. Not sure if it's just me, but the music is a little loud. Oh shoot, hang on. Yeah, you're right. It's actually a little bit more loud than I had it normally. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, that should be a little bit more manageable of a volume. Thank you for pointing that out. That helped a lot. Yeah, I just wanted to have her have like a very small, kind of devious looking smile. I don't know. Something about this, about like the person in this fit being like a doctor. It's very much the vibes of like, I don't believe that man's ever been to a medical school. Hang on, I don't know if I can read that emoji. What is that? Hang on, I gotta look up. Oh, it's a saluting emoji. Hang on, I kind of want to show you what the saluting emoji looks like because it looks like a bunch of little onions. Hang on. I don't know why, but on my OBS doc, the saluting emoji just looks like this. It reminds me a little bit of like an isopod. Or like some kind of bug. Or a caterpillar, perhaps. Fascinating. Anyway, where were we? Okay. I need to get a better look at the mask. Like, it looks like it's stuck on there pretty good. Put this over here, and this one... Where's that last reference image at? Put this one over here. Okay. It's really weird because the mask itself seems to be like one of those voxel-y sort of things where you can see the polygons very clearly. But it's only stylized to look that way. Maybe if we flip it around like this. This mask is definitely going to be one of the hardest parts of this. We're at like 10 minutes into stream. I'm gonna say that if we can't finish this within 40 minutes, let's just switch over to the music stuff, and we'll leave this as a whip to finish off for next time. Or you know, I can finish it off in my own time. Which, if or and, I'll have options. Should I maybe not stylize it so much and instead just make it a more normal looking mask? I think that would be a wiser option. I don't know how to very clearly make it look like a rubber mask, though. Hang on, this is a problem easily resolved through Google. Rubber fox mask. I'm getting flashbacks to frickin' What Does the Fox Say? Some of these are kind of horrific. Let's use this one. Okay, this one I feel like I can simulate its behavior way more accurately. I don't know. I feel like it helps me a lot more in terms of figuring out how to draw something. As if like I'm not actually drawing the thing, I'm drawing like a computer simulation of the thing. I don't know how else to put it. Okay, put this down here. But yeah, it's always a relief when people are able to comment on the polls that I put up before stream. I was worried about this one not being able to get very many responses because of the fact that I put it up like an hour before the stream, but thankfully the worst didn't happen. Well, I mean, in that case, I would have just made an executive decision and probably gone with this one anyway. I don't know. I'm one of those people where, for me, a more effective decision-making process than a coin flip itself, because like there are times when I've just like decided on something through a coin flip. But what I found is very useful about coin flips isn't that isn't the assistance with decision making itself so much as it is the fact that it helps me to clarify what I want in the moment. Because sometimes when you flip a coin, you really are just like, all right, well, whatever happens, we'll let it rock. But there are other times where like you think to yourself, if I don't get this result, it's over. And I'm gonna shrink her down a little bit. This head is becoming way bigger than it needs to be, I think. Yeah, that's definitely way too big. But yeah, sometimes you really want an outcome, and if I experience that in the middle of a coin flip, right, that is what usually lets me know what I actually want. Because most often things aren't dire enough that I have to like absolutely choose one option or the other. Gotta have space for all the brain power, correct. She is supposed to be a doctor, so you need ample room for all that meaty GPU. You know what I mean? Okay, and then over here. You know what? Actually, these masks remind me of a little bit. It reminds me of that movie, The Purge. I never ended up seeing that one because I was like 11 when the first one came out, and that's not really the age you should be watching that movie. I feel definitely the age where like you would be interested in like that kind of concept, though. I feel You know, I feel like that age is when you start becoming interested in like kind of weird, creepy stuff. If you weren't already, like you're more fascinated by grotesque things. Oh wow, this yeah, I gave it too much neck too. I gave it too much neck. Me when I'm in the creature designer for Earth and I make giraffes. I don't know. I feel like if giraffes weren't the ones, there would be at least one animal running around in the in the alternate universe where giraffes don't exist. There should be at least like one or two animals running around that have like way too long of a neck. Like if it wasn't going to be them, it would be some other beast that could occupy that niche. I mean, ostriches already have pretty long necks, and if they get 1 inch longer, I would be so scared for my life. I don't know. I feel like ostriches are one of the few. Like everybody talks about how like mean geese are, or like yeah, no, geese. I think is the main one. Everybody talks about how mean geese are supposed to be. I feel like ostriches and cassowaries though are the truly unfuckwithable birds. Like you cannot be playing around with a cassowary. It is simply not done. Can I curl this hand up into a... I'll figure it out. Okay, as for her... the rest of her head. Honestly, the fox mask was what I was anticipating would give me the most trouble, besides maybe the hair. And maybe the stethoscope, too. Something about stethoscopes is just real hard, alright? There's just something about them that really throws me off my groove. Maybe it's the fact that they're both, like, round and... what do you call, tubular. No, that's probably... I mean, that might be it, actually. I don't know. I do feel like I have more issues making circles than I have in the past. Not to the extent that I would call them like a weakness, but I definitely feel like I struggle more to make circles than I would have, like, say, 10 years ago. Perhaps I'm just past my circle prime. Okay, and then there's going to be this thing here. Back when I was researching VTuber models, I actually did notice that a lot of them tend to have this thing, right? I don't mean a face. Most of them have that as well, though. I mean, they have this very specific hair type where it has like a big dip in the middle, and then like two slightly smaller dips over here. I don't know if there's a particular archetype for that, but I have seen it in a lot of different models. The 2000s anime bang, that might actually be precisely it. I didn't make that connection before, but now that you say that, I totally see it. Also, I feel like the brush size that I'm using is a little bit too big right now. Let me go in and ahead and just adjust this a little bit. It really is funny though. In the time that I've seen like the videos of the Hololive GTA server, I've learned the word in Japanese for hospital way too. I've heard the word for hospital so many times. I feel like I could say it off the top of my head. I think it's like biojin or something like that. God, it's really funny what you learn to pick up over like different things. I remember some dude said some dude was complaining about how he had like hospital. That's probably what it's gonna sound like to a Japanese person if I say hospital based off of like what I learned in the Hololive GTA server. Fucking hospital. Pyojin. But yeah, I remember seeing this one tweet of a dude who was upset because he had like 4,000 hours in Japanese for Duolingo. And he took that one Japanese literacy course. Like, I think it was like the NK1 or something. He took one of those literacy courses or Japanese, and he did not pass that shit at all. And everybody was like recommending different sorts of things to him. Like one of them was recommending this one other program called Anki, which seems to be more specialized towards Japanese. Then there was this one dude who just said like, "Nah, dude, what you gotta do is you gotta get obsessed over some obscure visual novel from the 2000s and just start trying to read that and translating as you go. That's how you're gonna get this." And while I certainly don't have like the qualifications as an educator to say whether or not that would be effective, I do think it would be very funny. It's almost like the opposite of that other post of this other post I saw. Somebody was talking about how because like some dude thinks that he can watch a bunch of anime and go to Japan and use the Japanese he learned off of anime to get around. Everybody's going to be like, imagine if you that's like saying, imagine if a Japanese guy watched like 400 episodes of SpongeBob for 3 years daily and just used the English he learned from that to get around. And somebody pointed out that's a false equivalence. That guy would come over here and we would revere him like some kind of party deity. I don't know. I would low key be fascinated by somebody who learned a language in an unconventional sense. Like, what would it be like for me to talk to somebody who learned all their Spanish from watching telenovelas that were poorly subbed, and they had to try and learn the Spanish from that? I feel like it would just be a fascinating cultural exchange. That also reminded me that there's this. Don't quote me on this because I saw it on another internet post, so that might not be real. I remember I saw a quote unquote experiment that some ancient king did, where he was convinced that like there was a natural like a quote unquote natural language that humans would learn, even if they would not be interrupted. So that he left like a couple of twins on a island to quote unquote learn this language, which is to say he just kind of like let them be raised by themselves. And then he came back and he found success in that the twins were able to communicate with each other fairly well. But he didn't find success in that because nobody on his retainer could speak this language either. He wouldn't be able to ask questions or anything. This is all to say that being a king gives you privileges that maybe not everybody or anybody really should have. I don't know. I feel like there's definitely a king or two who had some kind of madcap scheme and nobody to be, maybe he didn't have a wise enough vizier or some shit to maybe suggest him, Your Majesty, that might not be the wisest idea. I know we talk a lot about treacherous viziers. I love myself a good treacherous vizier. But listen, sometimes the vizier is onto something. Sometimes you gotta let your vizier cook. Otherwise, you're going to invest your nation's budget in trying to find a potion of immortality by mixing, I don't know, mercury with friggin'... or trying to consume mercury through a whippet. And, then you're basically gonna die, like, almost immediately. I don't know. I feel like I could, if I went back in time and I had like the access to aerosolized gas technology, I would be able to convince Qin Shi Huang to try and inhale some mercury flavored whippet. I feel like I could do it. I mean, I wouldn't, but I could. Okay, then over here. I remember listening to this podcast a while back about American history, and both of the hosts were, I'm gonna say, not the brightest tools in the shed. Like sometimes if you were like, wait, how did they miss that? And then they revealed that they had both done whippets in high school, and I was like, oh, the pieces come together. I hope they're doing okay for themselves. Okay. Oh yeah. So this Monday, right, I was at a periodontist's office because it's been about a year since I had my gum graft surgery, which has gone pretty well. They're saying that the gums in my other teeth are receding, but I got an appointment in like 2026 to go check on whether that's going to be a problem for the foreseeable future. So hopefully that won't be. But while I was in the waiting room, I got to read one of those like modern mechanics magazines, and they are not putting mechanics in those anymore, which I was disappointed to find out. They're mostly like technology mags now. But it was still interesting to read through them. The thing I will say, though, is that because they have like a section about like with like questions to the editors in like the very beginning of the issue, I was able to very quickly understand like the kind of person who wrote the articles in this magazine and the kind of person that this magazine's articles were written for, if that makes sense. The bias in them, you might say. Because the guy whose interview I read first was maybe like the deputy editor or something, the second highest in the editor power scaling, right? And he said that his favorite hobby nowadays was this thing called rucking. If you've never heard of rucking, it is like walking, but with weight on. You're basically saying, okay, I'm going to fill my backpack with heavy books, and I'm going to go walk up that hill for the purposes of exercise. And I can understand that as a fitness routine, but then he said, my favorite two things right now are like my Go Ruck Rucksack 3.0. And it was at this point that I had to like pause mentally and be like, the what? So it turns out there is like a $200 backpack you can buy that is a special fitted. It's especially made to hold plates, which are also manufactured by the same company, that come in like 20 pound, 30 pound, 10 pound, 5 pound possibly weights. So this dude had bought a special backpack to carry a special weighted plate for the purposes of walking with a heavy weight on his back. Which I am assuming to take to mean that he doesn't know what a backpack is? Or maybe just doesn't own that many books. Because from what I've gathered, you could just like fill a backpack with anything. Like, if you have like some heavy books and some clothes, you can use the clothes to cushion the books. You know, that makes sure that the books don't even get damaged, and that the weight is evenly distributed. Like, you don't have to buy a special backpack for that, man. I don't know. On the other hand, though, I do kind of understand it because I was, as is the nature of books, yup. They're heavy with knowledge, and also paper. It really is so weird how easily heavy paper can get. I don't know, that's always something I am definitely like of the a kilogram of steel should be heavier than a kilogram of feathers kind of shit. Like, I understand that that's not how it works, but like on principle, I cannot bring myself to understand that like a pile of paper could be particularly heavy. It reminds me of people trying to sell to sell others on Cybertrucks and people with regular cars stitching, showing that they can do the same thing. Fuck that. That is funny. It's exactly like that. God. It's crazy work that the Cybertruck is basically a failure on every possible front, but it was still a runaway commercial success because apparently Elon Musk has enough dick riders to justify the production of the worst truck in the world. Knowing that it'll still make a profit. I don't know, it's just kind of sickening to watch. Like, I used to understand the concept of too big to fail when it applied to shit like banks or, you know, other kinds of institutions like that. You know, ones that have financial power. But this is just like one guy who doesn't make even particularly very good things. Like, how does he have this much sway? Like, how many times does he have to shoot himself in the foot before, like, the money runs out? Like, there has to be an upper limit on the number of times he can fuck up. Like, he's fucked up a lot, even already. How does he just not run out of money trying to cover these fuck-ups? It's just baffling. Like, that's how much money he has. There isn't a single thing he's worked on that he's made better. It's all just worse. I remember reading this one comment on American Psycho. I don't remember what the context of it was. It was a Twitter comment, right? So take it with a grain of salt. But the comment was kind of discussing the fact that a large part of the book's thesis, the original book, not just the movie, although I guess it would hold true for the movie as well, to an extent. A large part of the book's thesis is that there is no quote-unquote culture at the kind of level of wealth. It's all just trend. And that's true for a lot of other things that nowadays too. Like, a lot of people have been talking about the death of subculture, and I can honestly understand where they're coming from. I don't fully buy into it, but I do agree that it's become less, you know, the places where subcultures used to thrive are no longer the same. But yeah, one of the things that stuck with me about this comment on like the book versus the movie is that they use the phrase that wealth or power, right? Wealth and power don't give you freedom necessarily. They just take away consequences. And I think that's a great way of looking and trying to understand the behavior of a lot of these. It's not that they don't understand that they're doing something wrong or that they don't understand that they failed. It's that they have so few consequences for that failure. Besides losing face to some extent. And, that's also not great for them, but it's not like it'll kill them. But yeah, at that kind of level. I have been trying to think about like a way to, I don't think I should try to make this my mission to any degree, but I do kind of want to see what would happen if we could make if I could at some point try to, I don't know, support a subculture. Because I am a streamer and I am a VTuber, and those are like, there is a culture associated with them, but they're not a subculture. At least it doesn't feel like a subculture to me. Well, I don't know, maybe I need to do more studies into like what a subculture actually is before I start talking big. Not to mention, I don't really know too much about founding communities as such. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to try and see if it's possible to, prevent the death of like third spaces and such. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are blaming the kind of loneliness epidemic that everybody's been going through on the destruction of like these so-called third spaces, on the end of subcultures, so to speak, the lack of like community in person, and that's not always possible, and it's not always safe either. But I don't know, I'd like to see if I can do something to combat it, because if I can do it, then opportunity, happenstance, and coincidence aside, that means that there is hope. At least that's what I'd like to believe. Not to mention, we're all going to need to rely on some kind of community at one point or another. So if we're able to kind of find a community of people who have like a common interest or something within an area, I feel like that's also going to be fascinating. That being said, I'm probably not going to have the free time. Well, I guess usually you'd have to make time for this sort of thing. But broadly speaking, I don't think I'm going to have time for much until like maybe August of next year. And that's assuming everything goes to plan. Gotta hang in there. I don't know, in that regard, it's not so bad that that time seems to pass very quickly nowadays. There's lots to do, but at the same time, I can't really be mad at that. Although... Yeah, I guess I really can't be mad at it. Even if I had more time to prepare, I wouldn't necessarily use it to prepare. Okay, let's just give this some very basic color. I forgot her hand. Alright, let's just finish up a couple other details and then give it some basic color. Our hand is really tiny. And I would like it to be slightly bigger. Oh. But yeah, also, I'm pretty sure that the issue of Popular Mechanics that I read in the orthodontist's office is the same one that I read like a couple of years back when I went there for the gum graft originally. Which is kind of funny to think about. I don't know, maybe that's the one cool trick to never run out of magazines. Just forget what you've read in each of them. That's kind of what I try to do with video games that I really like. Like, especially New Vegas, right? I could do, like, a New Vegas playthrough, but I'm trying to let it, like, sift out of my mind for as much as possible, so I forget parts of it. So that way, when I eventually do make my unarmed-only playthrough of Fallout New Vegas, I will remember as little as possible for maximum entertainment. Although I guess I could just become one of those dudes who is just like insanely knowledgeable about one game. There's a lot of different ways to approach a playthrough. Is there any other part of this that has details I'm missing? I think that's about everything. Although maybe I should add a little bit more parts here. I don't know, it just looks weird that it's like going in so suddenly. I think if I added a little bit of extra curve there, it'd be a little bit easier to follow. Yeah, I'm gonna push the shoulder forward just a tiny bit. Okay, so let's apply some very basic color to this. Get rid of all this other stuff while we're at it. Or actually, no, we didn't really need to do all that, come to think of it. Hang on. I got an idea. Alright, let's make this like a dark... The idea behind this is that it's going to be kind of like monochrome. Maybe a little bit lighter than that. Okay. There's a straight line back here, but we can get rid of that real easy. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. I think I've forgotten to draw a lot of the hair back here, so let's just fix that real quick. And what I wanted to do as well, where's like that large portrait of her? I think this layer is it. Yeah, there we go. She had like these kind of more mint green eyes, but I'm gonna use this like the blue color on her ribbon to shade this. Oh, why does she look like that one guy from Jujutsu Kaisen? Maybe we need to make the hair color a little bit lighter. This is the wrong layer. There it is. Alright, let's try that one more time. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good in-between color. Let's just hurry up and do the other parts of it. Oh, god damn it. How many layers did I accidentally work on? I have to be more careful about this sort of thing. What I might do as well is I might use the contrast increase. Hang on. Here we go. Please tell me I wasn't working on the wrong layer that time. That would be pretty frustrating. Okay, then after that, let's also add the blue to the stethoscope tube. And let's use pure black for the belt and a darker color for the pants. How far dark can we get before we make like H0, S0, V0? Pretty far, alright. Okay, I think the next step after this is... First of all, fix this line here. I realized it just now, but we actually need to put this a little bit lower, like over here. After that, what we need to do is we need to go to the... what do you call? Tonal correction, brightness or contrast. Let's bump up both, actually. That looks a little bit more... That pops out a little bit more. Even though it's a little bit harder to distinguish between the eyes and the hair, for example, it's just a little bit easier to distinguish over everything overall. I might also give it a slight... Well, I'll worry about that in just a minute. Should we do just a tiny... How long have we been at this? Okay, it's been like 50 minutes, 55 minutes. So we've already gone over the time budget. I'll leave it like this for now and we can come back to it at some point. Because we do have some actual music making to do today. Okay. So let's just, yeah, let's hide CSP and open up Reaper. Oh, yeah. Right about now we should probably also pause the music that's definitely not playing right now and open up the desktop audio. So this is where we were last week. So that was pretty neat. I'm going to copy this track. Can we just copy tracks and then just add them to a save project test speed 1.rpp before closing? No. Paste my track, boy. Oh shit, it actually worked. Alright, let's go. That's good to know. Hang on, I just gotta do a little bit of stretching after drawing. I've been looking at my computer screen basically all day, so my eyes are just a tiny bit fried. Well, they're also non-existent. Let me actually move my desk to the stand-up position. I don't know, maybe I'll be able to lock in a little bit better now that I am vertical instead of vertical but lower. Because you can't really call sitting down horizontal, can you? That'd be like straight up lying down. Anyway. Where are my notes on music making? Ah, here we go. Okay, so let's try and follow a similar kind of recipe, but different, shall we say, ingredients as last time. Let me take a quick drink of water while I'm at it. Okay, so last time we started out like this. We did one quarter notes, which we started out with like a percussive instrument. So let's do something like that again. You know, can't go wrong with the same thing as last time. This is how empirical science works. Okay. Can you remind me which button I need for this? Let me turn up my own volume too. Not my voice's volume, but like the volume on my side. Okay, yeah. Maybe a little bit lower on the desktop audio too. It's like a smidgen. Just a tiny... like... Okay. Wait, we can add reverb to these? Whoa! That's really loud. Okay, let's not dick around with that too much. Alright, so anyway, 1/4 notes. Okay, let's do this as its 1/4 note. Okay. Insert marker, create region from selection. Nope, that's not what we want. Create measure from time selection? Insert empty space? Nope. I'm trying to figure out how to create a workable MIDI space without necessarily... Because my thing is that right now it's the MIDI piano is like with pitch adjusted, and I want it to not be that. Insert empty space, remove content, moving later items. Hang on. I have a different idea. Item settings. Source properties? Nope. Okay. Was it there? Okay, hang on. I remember how to do this. It's either Shift 9 or Shift 0. It's Shift 0. Okay. Let's try a different instrument for the percussion, because drums is pretty classic, but we have a few more to work with now. And... hang on, can I? I'm gonna make a third Reaper thingy. Hang on. Window capture. Call this Reaper 3. Evolution of Reaper. And it's going to show... Does it... can it not detect this window? Hang on. OneNote, Clip Studio, Explorer. Definitely not Explorer. Okay, I guess we can't capture this window in particular. That's fine, though. Alright, let's see. We've got ambient guitars, Micah's choir, hyperpop synths. I'm kind of interested in that one. Cassette synth. We have textural pads. I think that might be a good one for percussion. We already had drums earlier. We have bass guitar from earlier. We have electric guitars, which is new. And we also have foghorns. Hang on, maybe we can... maybe we can fuck around with that one for a little bit. Hang on, let me try this out. Okay. None of those are particularly spicy. Maybe we can... What is VT? Hang on. This says like VT Ancients, VT Andromeda. What the fuck is Andromeda? Besides the galaxy, I mean. Huh. Okay. Wait, VT Brutalizer. What's that about? Okay, I see where you're coming from. I don't think that's really what we want, though. Let's check out the textural pads. What is... All of these have super weird names. There's like Avaur, Cyclosa, Deneb, Foen, Hirith, Osini. These are different flower types, aren't they? Can y'all hear that? Oh, there it is. I hear it now. These are... Maybe we should stick to drums. I don't know, I kind of want to see what else we can do. Let's see if the hyperpop synths have anything. Let's do hyperpop synths... Caliban. I know that I've heard of that one. That one's also in Lancer. Okay, that's at 100% reverb. Let's see what happens at 0. Okay, no, that's still super menacing and scary. Let's... Why is Caliban so menacing? How about Umbriel? Okay, we can work with this. Let's do... Okay. Grid, 1/4. How do we make this, like, shorter again? Oh, there we go. There it is. Okay, then... Let's see. How about some chords? Let's try making a chord with this one. So, what about a... diminished C? Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Okay, so that's C. Then we have 3 flat, which is D. Wait, no, that would be D, wouldn't it? And then the 5 flat. Actually, let's throw in the E2 while we're at it. Why not? Okay, then the 5 flat would actually be the 4, which is 1 after E, which is F. And let's do F sharp too. Why not? I mean, there's no reason we need to have these all in the same order. You know, come to think of it, all of these are... There's no reason we need to even start with 1, is there? Alright, let's try this. Okay, this shift slide is really weird. I was hoping it would just let me do it more delicately, but I guess this works also. How's that? Can we shift everything down? Okay, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go with that. That sounds like that one song that they play at baseball games where it's like dun 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 dun. I think standing up really helped me out, actually. but my legs are getting a tiny bit tired. I don't know, I've seen that they have those, like, standing up cushions, but I've never really been a fan of those. Mainly because I'm worried that if I just keep bumping into it with my wheels, I'm basically going to eat the entire cushion just by, crushing it with the wheels. Which to me is not ideal, I think. I don't know, I might figure out some kind of weird messed up exploit using that. In any case, duplicate track. We'll make this one 1/8. And instead of having it be hyperpop synth, let's make it a different kind of hyperpop synth. Why not? Okay, these ones would be more useful for, like, the half notes. What about Rodinia? Okay, can we quickly switch out the other one for Rodinia? Hang on, is that something we can do? Are we permitted for that? Alright, we need to move them up a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's keep this one as is. This one used to be Umbriel. Okay, then, so this one is going to be... We're gonna keep this one as... Okay, I think I have an idea for what I want for this one. Let's go to... the chords. What about a... Well, that can't be right. Why do none of these have sharps? Almost all of these are flats. Okay, let's do an augmented... this one. Okay, so that's... Yeah, let's just do a C augmented. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then 5, so that's G. 3, 4, 5. And then G sharp. What's this sound like? This reminds me a little... Hang on. I'm hearing the weirdest thing, right? Like, I can hear... Did I accidentally make the first 4 notes of the No More Heroes theme? Let's not think about that too much. That game has rotted my brain enough for someone who's never played it. That being said, I kind of want to try the 9th for some of these. So let me pull up the wiki books. I forgot that I had that open. Ignore the rubber fox masks. Chords. There we go. Okay. Let's see. We had the triads. Where's like the complete chord reference? Because I remember there were some 9ths and 13ths and etceteras. Which is weird because I thought I wrote those down, but I suppose that's not actually the case. But yeah, the dominant chords. Blah blah blah. The 7th chords can be extended to 9th, 11th, and 13th chords. C9 is a C7 with a major 9th added. The C11 is a C7 with an 11th or perfect 4th added, as well as a major 9th. It is very uncommon to extend a major chord beyond with an 11th. This is because there would be an interval of a minor 9th between the 3rd and 11th. If an 11th is played, it is usually altered. Blah blah blah. This means that playing the chord is normal, but flatten or sharpen the 5th respectively. Oh. So it can be done like that too, huh? Okay, for the time being, what we can do is, since this is a normal dominant chord, right? Or it's the augmented chord, my apologies. My apologies. I'm guessing that means the 7th in this one would be normal, and then the 9th would be sharpened. Okay, so this is F sharp or G sharp. Then it goes A. So the 7th would be B. Let's try and make the... I'm trying to see if I can actually make the No More Heroes theme. Whoop. I think I accidentally put 2 of them there. Oh, there it is. Huh, okay. So then maybe what we could do is we could have a... Which one would this be? This would be the sharp 5th. So then maybe what we could do is have a normal triad, but shifted 1 down? Or shifted 1 up, rather. None of these harmonize particularly well, do they? Like, if you stack the notes, it doesn't really sound good. How's this? If we extend that, how's it sound? What if we shift the pitch up by 1? Doesn't feel particularly satisfying, though. Let's put the matter of the normal heroes theme aside for now. Couldn't we... Hang on, I have another idea. I like the way it was going before better. That being said, there has to be something we can do with these that isn't... What if we just let them sync? Alright, I'm about to do something that's never been seen before. I'm going to do something different with a second set of chords. So what about... Wait, can we just use a 5th? Hang on. I've got an idea. How does that sound put together? It's not chaotic enough. Somehow, maybe it'll be easier to understand once we add a 3rd instrument, right? What's next on the item? So it's next up is 1/16. Tutorial used a hi-hat, but I'm gonna keep it a $1.50. I hated that. Same advice as 1/8 can be applied here. Just beware you're now on 4 notes per beat, so it'll move quick. Per my diligent notes from last week. Thanks, Pabs. That's very helpful. What did I write for the 8th? 1/8 notes. Okay. Chords don't actually require all notes to be played at once. They make a chord if you play them at once, but you can also play them in sequence. This is also how you manage to achieve the inversions noted in the Wikibooks tutorial on chords. If you're having issues filling out the 2 notes per beat to make it a total of 4 with just a triad, deploy a flat or sharp chord in the last note. Huh, alright. That being said, what instrument should we go with for this one? Oh wait, didn't we talk about using one of the... Wait, no, that was for like the 1/4 notes. Okay, what do we have in terms of... Hang on. No packs found, A to Z, downloaded only. Here we go. There's cassette synths, there's foghorns. Soft piano. You know, I wasn't a huge fan of the hi-hat on the tutorial, but what's stopping us from trying it here, honestly? Oh. Rachel, hey, how you doing? Hello, everyone. I'm Pabs, writing VTuber and an artist. How's your stream? Hang on, shout out at Rachel7. Did you have fun? We're out here trying to brain out some ideas for what to do on like this 1/16th note. It was good? Nice! Glad to hear. Wait, do they have a cowbell on this thing? Playing the content update to one of the really good stream games from last year. Oh, nice! I know nothing about music theory on top of being tone deaf. I am in the exact same boat. Hence my struggles. we are both fighting for our lives, but I made a promise earlier this year to learn how to make music. So this is me trying to fulfill that promise. Okay, hang on. I think I know which one I want for this. Alright, let's open up this thingy. The MIDI roll. So we're doing the 1/16th notes now. I cannot for the life of me remember which ones were for the... Oh, there they are. It's pretty low down. Okay, let's just try to fill this completely with this sound and see where that takes us. And whether it sounds like a wreck or not. I'm not particularly enthused by it. I think what's throwing me off is this top one. I feel like maybe we need to... What if we muted this one and tried out the other two? And if we shifted this one up by 1. Or shifted it down. Nope. What if we remove the first one from each part? Interesting, okay. It's synergizing pretty well, actually. Then, if that's the case... Okay, let's try... stepping back a bit. And adding another track. So this one... For this one, let's use the... What do you call it? There was one that we used. Was it the Foghorn, or was it one of the Hyperpop synths? There's like 51 of these. Yeah, I think this one was the one that I said would be pretty good for half notes. I'm beginning to question my own judgment. Ever so slightly. Maybe lower its volume. Nope. This is not working particularly well. Maybe it's the wrong instrument. Maybe we need to try... I mean, what else we got here? There's this one called Proto-Laurasia. Hey, Pabs, do you open commissions at all? I love your style and would love to give you money to draw my OC. I do take commissions. I don't think I have the availability to take one on right now, though. I'm sorry to say. I'm trying to think of my schedule right now, and it's not looking good. Thank you for understanding, though, and I really appreciate your interest, though. I'll keep me in mind in the future. Try ask again, and I'll probably have more availability in like maybe a couple of weeks. But yeah, thank you very much for your interest. Hang on, there's one from Acquire that's called Sustained Uz. Interesting. Warp Fracture. Can't really hear that one. One of these is called Warp Souls. What's this one sound like? Huh. Kind of spooky. What if we tried going for the foghorn? Hmm. It says in the tutorial they used pads for this one. But maybe the pads in the tutorial are different from the pads that I'm using. I don't know. Let's go through a couple of these and see what we find. Well, it's not particularly interesting. Nope. That was a little louder. How many more of these do we have? There's Heareth. Me when I'm a medieval serf trying to tell someone where I am. I am Heareth. Me when I'm a medieval Uber driver and I'm texting my pickup. What if we increase the reverb on this one? I don't know, maybe there's something else in this to these hyperpop synths. Nope. Okay, those are strong. Huh, okay. That might actually be pretty good for like another 1/16th. Actually, yeah, hang on, let me try and duplicate this. That's gonna be hyperpop synth. I think this one was Avalonia? How about we make this 1/4 instead? Alright, what does that sound like if we add that? Okay, cool. Maybe we can lower the volume on these a little bit. So here's what I'm thinking we try first. We use this first one to kind of lead into everything. And Let's just keep moving these ones forward. And then we introduce maybe this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4. One more. Somehow this is starting to bring me back to video editing. I used to have to do this a lot too, in that it's a very similar interface. I don't know, maybe I don't know, there's something to be said for how similar the interfaces are between those two. That being said, I also want to maybe put these forward like this. So wait, can I try putting these, whoops, like this? Because I kind of like how that sounds. Yeah, let's forget about the No More Heroes like top beats. I feel like that's diminishing the overall experience. Okay. So going in from the beginning, it's like dun 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 dun. Okay, that's. Is there any way to like increase the pitch on these? Huh. There we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay. Oh! Hang on. I'm trying to read that. Edmanderold, thank you for the follow. Apologies if I misread your name. Okay, let's get rid of these three here. And instead add these two over and over. I want to be able to vary these a little bit more. I feel like I understand the basics of adding chords, and now I'm comfortable enough with that. But I feel like I don't know how to vary them enough to make richer music. Okay. That's good for the 1/16th, and we have the 1/4 as well, I believe? Yes, we do. Let's add that instead of 1/14th too. I feel like it's much easier to make ominous sounding music. At least to me, that's what it feels like. But yeah, now let's try. How about for the 1/8? How about we do something different? Let's try the electric guitar for a little while. Plucks, rhythms. What's the difference between a pluck and a rhythm? Let's hear this. So this is the pluck. Okay, and what's the rhythm? Okay, I think for this one, the pluck might be a bit better. Well, let's hear this out though. There's also pop plucks, there's pop rhythms. Okay, I actually really like pop rhythms. But let's keep seeing what else we have on here. So there's indie rhythms. Okay, indie plucks. Neck. Oh wait. Okay, indie plucks bridge. Good to know. 80s plucks. This one sounds a little bit like a piano. 80s pad. Okay, I'm starting to begin to understand that pad means that it's much more airy feeling. What about lead guitar? Okay, I think out of all of these, the pop plucks, or the pop rhythms, I think. Yeah, I think the pop rhythms are the ones that I like the most. Okay, with that in mind, what's this one? E2, huh? All right. What if we just make a normal triad here? Like say, let's go for the diminished, right? I'm realizing now that in my notes I wrote diminished as diminished, which is kind of funny. Okay, so diminished is E F, so we'll have to take the F there. And then the flat 5, which is A? Okay, so it goes G would be 3, then 4 would be A. Whoops. Okay. I think for the guitar we can probably start doing chords in terms of what do you call like stacking them together again. I think that should be possible now. So let's try going. Hmm. Okay, let's do G2. So that's going to be G minor, let's say. So G minor is going to be G, then the next one up, which is A, and then the fifth one, which is D. Ba-dum-dum. Okay, the electric guitar might be better suited to a faster pace because I think 1/4 isn't fast enough for what we want it to be. Or wait, we were trying to go for 1/8 here. So then... Hang on. Huh. Alright. Let me try something real quick. Okay, we'll add one here. One here. Further. There we go. That sounds demonic. Let's not do that. Okay, the pitch adjustment on this one sounds terrifying, so we're not going to use that. Whoops. There we go. How do we stop it from looping? Hang on, I got an idea. Just erase this. Extend this to as far as we need. Get rid of this. Or, how do we get rid of that? And why does it keep making that gap? Can we... Join notes, split notes, select previous note, rename last click note, event properties. Okay, I got another funny idea. Never mind, it wasn't that funny, apparently. But at the end, I still laughed, huh? Okay, what happens if we just try to loop that with that gap? And maybe we should delay it a little bit until after at least like one set of the this middle one. And I think what might actually help a lot as well is if we also added a bass guitar before the lead guitar comes in. So let's try doing that. Okay, we'll put this one here. Change this one to bass guitar. Let's try out a couple of the different bass guitars too. So there's warm bass DI. I cannot hear that. The reason I probably can't hear that is because this soundtrack is muted. Let's try that. Hang on, this is the electric guitars that I had just now. Other one. Okay, here we go. This one doesn't seem to fit in quite right. Although it could fit in a little better. Let's keep it in mind. So what's this other one? Warm bass amp. Okay, warm classic bass DI. Classic bass amp. Okay. I like warm bass amp, I think. Although maybe it's still not the most suitable one. I think for our purposes, the classic bass might sound a little bit clearer. Bring these all the way up. Should we just go for another one quarter note? Let's also rename these so we can keep a little bit of better track of what these each are. Like this one, for example. This is Synth Avalonia. And this one is going to be bass. We actually, hang on, I might be able to work with this. Dun, 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 dun. That's kind of the idea that I have right now. Okay, for this one, let's try and do the normal triad. So maybe just... Okay, so this one is what, D sharp? Let's make this an ordinary D. Or actually, let's just go E. So that's E, F, G. And actually, let's add a G flat there too, just to really mess with people's heads. Then A and then B. Number one priority should always be messing with people's heads in your art. This is known. Okay, this is F sharp, E, F, F sharp. We actually want this one up here, and this one over here. Maybe even 1/8 would be fine. Let's shift all of these up. Even a little bit further. Nope. Bum, bum, bum. Move this one down. This is... working with music has been kind of a crazy experience. Not only because I've been learning something that's like radically different from what I know, but because I'm able to raise parallels to things that I already have. For example, I can't help but have a little bit of deja vu right here and now from the times where I tried a bunch of different gradient maps out on a layer, and then was like, screw it, this one seems fine. I feel like I'm about to reach the point where I do something like that, but for this. Let's see, what else can we do? Okay, what happens if we keep looping that? Not bad. Alright, let's unmute the guitars and see what happens. I kinda like that. Shift 0. Maybe we need to increase the pitch a little more. Do we need to decrease the pitch then? What if we just increase it by like 10? What happens then, huh? Is this gonna hurt our ears? Okay, I see how it is. You're gonna be difficult about it, huh? Can't just do the my neat little shift 9, shift 0 trick to change your pitch. I understand, you're a man of integrity. I am much the same. Let's try this. Why does it keep sounding like that? Right? That it's weird that it sounds like that no matter what I do. Okay, now it's so far up that it doesn't even play the sound. Same here. Maybe the issue is that I'm using the same chord structure. Okay, here's an idea. What is this? G sharp, G2 sharp? Do I have that? Yeah, we do. Okay, that sounds kind of weird. Hang on. Okay, something is definitely weird. There's really something weird here. Why does it carry over? Did I make this too long? Yeah, okay, I see. Wait, no, what? Huh? Huh? But this one and this one are the exact same. Why do they sound different? Oh my god. Hmm. I have no idea what the hell to make of this. If I play it again, is it still gonna show up? Am I hallucinating? Okay, why? Nope. Why is it doing that? It's just suddenly. Does it suddenly just want to be louder? Screw it, let's just loop back on this one. Could it be because of some kind of interference going on here? Unless... Hang on, first let's try this. Okay, yeah, no, it's much smoother without all that. Okay, if I play this back here, for example... So something happens between here and here that causes this one to just go completely nuts. But I can't for the life of me figure out what that is. Why are you acting so crazy? Okay, here's a test we can do. If I paste this one on this end, and then play it again and it still sounds weird, that means the issue lies not with this top one, but with one of the other ones. Perhaps... Nope. Wait, what's this? Snap offset. You don't really need all that. If it's not the bass, then which part is it? Did I just do the lower pitch shit thingy? Whoa, okay. That's not what I had meant to do. Shoot, did I just combine everything? No, that should be fine. Oh god. Oh wait, no, we're so back. Hang on. Okay, yeah, we're so back. Okay, so do Shift 9 a couple times. Seriously, what is up with that? What did I even have on the drum? I've listened to this so many times now that I can hear it without, even without the drum turned on. Starting to think that the electric guitar plucking might not have been in my best interest. Or the electric guitar rhythm, I mean. What I might do as well is I might remove this half note here. And just replace it a couple times. I feel like that sounds a little bit snappier. That way I can also try and put this on the same level as the last one. That one just sounds a little bit better to me. I don't know why. Let's see. Let's lower the volume on the drum taps a little bit. What happens if we add more reverb to these guys? I don't think I can fix that easily from here. No, wait, yes I can. Hang on. Okay, let's see. Reverb. Ooh, I like that. Oh man. The sound cutting out except for the bass there sounds really good. Okay, so I think then maybe that's when we introduce the guitar. My only issue with the guitar, with this particular guitar type sound, this guitar rhythm, is that it doesn't seem to be completely in tune with what we want. Release? What the hell is a release? Not quite. This one's still doing that weird thingy that it did. What if we increase the length of these, but had it fade out as it went to the other one? Nope, that's not working at all. Do we just need to make this shorter? Is there... Wait, what if we try to lean into it instead of away? Oh, wait, no, hang on. This one is pitch shifted. What if we duplicate this track? Okay, so moving it to a different track does help. But I don't want to move it to a different track anymore. I want it to sound the same. But how can I do that on purpose? Ay Dios. No, that sounds really bad. Let's not pitch shift that. I think the next one after this is going to be the 1/16th one. Another one of these 1/16 ones. But instead of the drum, we're going to add a piano. Piano, not Pinal. Although I appreciate the vote of confidence, software. Yeah, I could always use another person in my corner. Okay. What does the cassette sense sound like anyway? Very quiet. You got this, Pabs. Thanks, Bunny. They're very, very quiet, aren't they? The cassette synths. I need one. I need one with some gumption. It's probably not gonna come from this one that's called Slow and Steady. Okay, yeah, no. Anyway, as I was saying, I wanted to try and do the piano. Why the hell did I leave the piano? Oh, there it is. Does it even sound like anything at this point? I mean, kinda. Kind of. Let's give the little fella a boost. Me when I'm in an unethical experiment giving rats coffee. Remember that there was this one brand of coffee called something like Death Wish, and its whole thing was that it had so much caffeine it was actually harmful. But then you look into like the statistics, and you're and if you're looking for like a pure caffeine boost, you're just kind of better off drinking just normal energy drinks. I don't know. I respect the intent behind having the highest caffeine content in your coffee beans, but at the same time, I feel like that's almost like losing sight of it, right? Because you're trying to impart some kind of flavor with it. At least that's what I think should be the goal. Because if you're trying to just make something with pure caffeine, taste would be secondary. Okay. Get rid of these, get rid of this one. Gonna maybe need to bump up the volume on this one a little bit too. Hmm. Okay, it's really cool how it's playing all of them at once. I don't think that's necessary at this point, but it is a neat trick. Anyway, yeah, focus up, focus up. Actually, yeah, it would be more helpful to solo this one, so... Okay, so B is C2, M and W. Why does it say that I have Q or O permanently pressed down? Oh, there we go. What about the ones higher up here? Okay, this is the kind of range that I'm looking for. So where does that start? Around C6, C5? Okay. Okay, so if we do major chord and then just like make those go down little by little. Whoops. Feel like I shouldn't have done that. Okay, yeah, I do think 2 beats on the bar, so I think this is going to be 1/8 rather than 1/16. Okay, let's call this the 5th. So we're going to want to supplement that. This is E6, so that's going to be, the 5th would be, or I guess the 3rd would be E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, it would be C, huh? And the one lower after that would be A. Okay, let's try this part. How does that sound with the rest of everything? Not very good. Okay, what if we bumped it down? It sounds a little bit like the theme to this Twilight Zone. Da na 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 na. What if we just bumped it up a little bit? Let's put the pitch on that way down. Also, these ones are really starting to grind on me a little bit. We'll need to figure out some kind of workaround for the synths. For the, electric guitar rhythms. Because these are a little finicky right now. If we move this one down here... Still a little bit much. Let's normalize the pitch and just bring everything else down. Then we can play around with the pitch some more. Okay. Come here. Would it be possible to perhaps stretch these guys out a little bit? Because, like, how do I... Hang on. This is probably something we can easily Google. Adjust length of section Reaper DAW. What is the verdict? What do we have working for us? How to extend the length of an item or region in Reaper? Perhaps. Media item length adjustments possible. I have a vague memory that there is a way to adjust a MIDI item after creating it. In other words, either to spawn a new item with the boundaries wanted. In other words, either to spawn a new item with the boundary wanted, trim the empty or unwanted tail or early moments of it so it is useful for some other purpose, in my case saving as a loop. In the March version, this is discussed. This thing comes with a manual? That's on me. I should have read. That is 100% on me. I should have. Maybe I should have tried to crack that open at some point. So, what is the best approach to creating MIDI items from takes when you weren't sure the? Once you disable loop source on the MIDI item, I believe you can adjust the length by simply dragging either end. Word? Let's try that. MIDI item properties. Which? Hang on. Blah 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 blah. Open items in editor. Stretch marks. Loops. Is there like a section called loops or something? Loop item source. There we go. Ah, no, verdad, bruto. Okay. Cool. Alright. So my genius idea for this is to just stretch out the piano notes. Still too fast. This needs to have like a somber tone. Hang on. Going back. I should save my work, actually. Hang on. Just real quick. Gonna call this 2024 test speed 2024-09-22. Oh yeah, yesterday night was the 21st of September, wasn't it? Like that Earth, Wind, and Fire song. I don't know. It seems kind of cool that there's just like a day that was so special to someone that they just wanted to commemorate it like that. Not even a day that fell on a holiday. Nothing momentous happened. They just had a really good time and just wanted to remember that day. Or it was a really bad time. I haven't looked at the Genius lyric annotations for that song, so for all I know, it was a traumatic experience for everyone. In any case, our goal is to remove this second section. Wrong. Let's... move this part here. Should this be even lower? Whoops. Didn't mean to erase that from existence. Maybe if we erase this one a little bit. We have the length of this. Bring this one down, and then bring it back up. I wish I stopped accidentally destroying things when I need to just move them. Other way around, perhaps. What if we just did the same thing twice? Because this adjustment of times is not working for me. Also, let's change this time signature so it's a little bit cleaner. Sick. Alright. How's that sound? Alright. That seems kind of interesting. Let's hear it from the beginning. That's not... I feel like there's a lot we can change about that, but it's... I'm much more satisfied with it than I was half an hour ago, let's say. Let's move this back to 1/4 divisions. That way we can bring this one up just a tiny bit. Maybe we can extend this one. Nope. Going back to 1/2? Yeah, let's get rid of these ones and stretch this one out by maybe 1/4 of a note. And then pitch shift it down. How's that sound? Come on, bud. How do I scroll down on this one? Okay, after that first gap, we maybe include... Let's bring these guys up, actually. We can probably get rid of the stuff here, too. Let's see, select all events in frame. Is there really no... Oh, there we go. I have no idea. I don't know. That's scary. Trying to find a way to end this on a satisfying note. Like, it cutting out to the piano just very quiet is kind of cool. But it feels like it's missing something, right? I feel like there's something more I could add. What if I arpeggiate this shit? Okay, which one is this? F sharp 2? We don't fuck with that. Gimme... Gimme... Okay, so this is G sharp 2. Or no, this is A2, skip G, go to F, then skip D, go to E. Or C, go to C. Let's get rid of the flatter versions. So let's see this one. I think that's good. I think that's a good way for it to peter out, and I think that's a good kind of bit of progress for today. This is a total of 44 seconds of sonic capture, which is way better than last week where we had it was like 10 seconds, I think, of sound overall. Which, you know, I think that's a big improvement. I definitely think, like, hang on, we can check right now actually. Recent project. Test speed 1. Yeah, see, test speed 1 was like 10 seconds. This one is a whopping weighing in at a total of... Yeah, sure, save the changes to it. Yeah, no, 50 seconds overall. That's not bad at all. I think that's a market improvement. Going from... That's a 500% improvement. That's the kind of statistic that makes investors shit themselves. Alright. I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight, though. Thank you to everybody who came by the stream. I really appreciate it. Thanks again to Rachel for the raid. I am going to see if anybody is streaming in my neck of the woods as we speak. It does not appear that way. Alright. That being said, we're going to switch it up a little bit next week. I am not going to stream neither Saturday nor Sunday because I have obligations those days. I am probably going to do some gaming streaming on Friday, though. I'm going to try and play Cave Story because that's also been a game that I've had on my list for a long, long time. So that's what's on the docket for next week. No Sunday stream, but I'm going to be doing Cave Story on Friday. Yeah, take it easy. Thanks again to everybody who came by the stream, and I will see you all next week. Later. Bye.